Welcome. So the aim of this is just to really give you a bit of a tour of the TM6. If you haven't seen it before, it's just to show you the actual machine itself, not necessarily the reasons why you should have one, but what it does, and yeah, just a general tour of the bits and pieces that it comes with, and some of the functions that it has, and the fact that it is a smart connected kitchen, a little bit of cookie do. All right, so I'm going to just come straight up to the Thermomix. All right, so you can see on that screen, so basically it is a smart connected kitchen and we can access recipes directly from the screen, but you may also want to do things manually. So we've got 3 dials on here. We've got time, temperature and speed. Whichever one of these is large is controlled by this silver knob over here. So that's time. I can turn my time up there. Okay, temperature. It goes all the way from 37 degrees, which is still counted as raw, through 50, which is for tempering chocolate, right the way around to 120. Now, those are all on a thermostat. So like your heating, it'll go up to that temperature and it'll click off. If you're going to steam, and I'm going to show you the Varoma, which we use for steaming in a minute, you need to be on Varoma temperature because that's a rolling boil. It keeps heating, it doesn't click off. Okay, so that's our temperature. And really important, when you are cooking manually, you start from the left and you set time first because it will not heat, which is a safety feature, unless time is set. This one is your speed. And you can see this little symbol on here. This is for your blades. That's showing that your blades are chopping. That means that they're on reverse. Okay, now I'm just going to literally want you to have a look up here, all right, at these. And you'll see that they will lock the lid in place when I turn it on. See, those little arms have gone in there and locked it. If I turn it off, they little delay and then they unlock the lid. So that is a safety feature as well. All right, now we will get on to, I'll just show you some other things here. So as well as this screen here is our home screen, we can also access other functions by swiping left. We have scales. The scales are in 1 gram increments. I can pop something on there. I can tear the scales and I can put something else on there. Not sure if this is going to balance too well, but anyway, you can see I can keep adding. All right, that's that one. So yeah, 1 gram scales. Dough mode, that is a kneading function. 2 minutes of kneading in the Thermomix is equivalent to 25 minutes of kneading by hand. Turbo is a super fast function, which is used for some chopping, but it's also used for cleaning the blades in the bowl. So if you think about making a dip or a cake in your Thermomix, it'd be pretty tricky to scrape out around those blades. Well, what turbo does is it spits out, because it's so fast, centrifugal force spits everything out onto the side of the bowl and makes it easier to scrape out. All right, we've got a pre-clean function. This is just wonderful. So you can choose a sort of clean. If you've made dough, if it's a universal clean, fat or caramel or browning clean. And all you do is, can you see there's a little eye up here? It's an information thing. If I click on there, it's going to tell me exactly how to use the function. Maximum 1 litre of water and a little drop of washing up liquid or up to 50 grams of vinegar when you're cleaning. All right, so we'll get out of that one. We've got an automatic blend, got the egg boiler. This is just fantastic. It is only on the TM6 and you can basically pop your eggs in there. I think again, it's up to 1 litre of water again, and up to 6 eggs in there. You pop the lid on, you select how you want them. How do you want? Do you want a soft-boiled egg, a medium soft, a medium hard, or a hard-boiled egg? Set it, walk away, come back, and it's done. Got a kettle mode, which is, what do you call them? Herbal teas aren't meant to be served at boiling temperature. So this gives you an option to select the temperature and turn it down to wherever they're meant to be. I haven't used that an awful lot. A warm-up mode, which is for soups and things. Thicken, that's used for sauces. So your bechamel sauce, your hollandaise sauce, custards, rice cooker. So you can lots of different ways to cook. Hang on, rice in there. That's a slow cook, that one. Let's get out of there. So down the bottom here, we've got slow cook, we've got sous vide, and we've got fermentation. If you're using the slow cook mode, you need to have what's called a blade cover, which is $34.95 from the mix shop. Okay, the fermentation mode is for making yogurt, and the sous vide is that under a vacuum, so it's your food in a plastic bag, as much air taken out as possible and cooked in here. And for volume, also a blade cover is very helpful. So that's just showing you the different modes. What we can do though, we go back to the home button, we swipe this way, we get access to Cookie Do, and this is our recipe platform that we can then use to cook off the screen. So I can go in here and I can start searching. And I've actually just in the process of making an orange and almond cake. So that's come up. So I'm going to put that on there. Orange and almond cake, search. And here we are. There's different types. Actually, that's a really delicious one too. Rhubarb, orange and almond cake. But this is the one I've just made. So basically it gives you a picture of what it's going to look like. You start cooking. You're going to weigh in the water. So the scales are already set there. You pop the simmering basket in. This is this little basket, which can sit inside the bowl. And you put 2 whole oranges into the simmering basket, ensuring they fit comfortably without obstructing the mixing bowl lid. Pop the lid on, and then 45 minutes, aroma, temperature, speed 2. So it's going to cook those oranges for you. So I don't know if you've made a whole orange cake before, but if you haven't, well, if you have, sorry, without a Thermomix, you've got to watch that. You've got to watch they don't boil dry. You've got to just keep a close eye on those oranges for a long time, and it's so much easier doing it this way. So after that, after they've cooked, you remove the simmering basket using this little hook on your spatula. So literally, it goes in there, comes out like this. It gives you a handle. Very smart thinking, these Germans. Okay. Set the oranges aside to cool. Empty the mixing bowl. Heat your oven. Prepare your tin. Remove the top and the bottom of the oranges and any pips that are in there. Clean and dry your mixing bowl. You're going to put in 250 grams of almonds. Scales already set. Pop the lid on, and then in 10 seconds on speed 9, that's going to make almond meal for you, which is much cheaper than buying it straight from the shops. 250 grams of caster sugar, 3 eggs. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, reserved orange segments, pop the lid on, 20 seconds, speed 7. That basically mixes everything up together. You pour the mixture into the prepared tin and bake for 40 to 45 minutes. Really, that's pretty easy. There wasn't much hands-on in that. It goes on to ghost syrups and stuff like that, but I'm not going to show you that because that's just, so I can come in here, I can look at the recipe detail. So I come to the beginning. This just means that if I'm using a recipe, I can come on here and I don't need to get all my ingredients out to begin with. I'm not very good at getting everything out to begin with. So I use that all the time just to go and check what's the next ingredient I need. So that's, I find really helpful. And then just go continue. The other of those dots, we've got scales. So sometimes it'll say put in so much, roughly this much of an onion. And it doesn't have the scales up, so you can bring them up if you want to. And the last one is what I'm going to use now is cancel the recipe. So yes, I'm going to cancel that recipe. So that's just a really quick rundown there. In here, I can access my recipes. There's the recipes that I've created, and I will show you how to do that on Cookie Do. I've got created collections in here, ones that I've created. I've got saved collections, which are whole collections that are on Cookie Do already. And then bookmarks. So I've got a few up here of recipes that I use a lot. So I've got a cooked mayo, I've got ghee, I've got a immune boosting juice, a really quick porridge. It takes 4 minutes. Wonderful. Okay. And the other thing I've got back here as well is my week. So here I can meal plan. So today it's Brazilian cheese puffs, vegetarian chili. Tomorrow I'm going to make zucchini slice. I'm actually going to make that today. But so you can see, you can plan everything. You can just come to the day, go, oh yes, that's right, vegetarian chili, here it is, off I go. So that's pretty much the screen. Show you the components. So the blades are super easy to get out. You just literally take the base off the bowl like that, pull your blades out. The blades have a sharp side and a rounded side. So they chop when they're going in that direction and they stir when they're going in this direction. Very easy to put back together. You also have what's known as the butterfly, and that literally just sits over your blades like that, little twist to the left. And that is used for whipping cream, whipping egg whites, can be used in a risotto, can be used in a thing called a fruity dream. It's used for aerating things. So it literally just sits over, you're not swapping any blades or anything. It's very, very easy to do. What else? We also have a splash guard. So with the TM6, the temperature of the TM6 goes, even though it's at 120 when you're using it manually, in guided cooking, it goes up to 160 degrees. So that allows you to caramelize onions. It allows you to brown meat. It allows you to do sugar stages, which is things like caramel and honeycomb. And when you're using the high heat, it asks you to put the splash guard on the top. So instead of your measuring cup, put the splash guard. It will ask you to do that. You have to press done before it will let you go any further. So that is just used with the high heat function. The other thing I just wanted to show you is the Varoma. Now the Varoma has two levels. It's got a big bit at the bottom here. It's got a tray at the top, and then obviously the lid. And you can use it without the tray. But it literally sits on top here, and it allows you to steam. So you might have on that tray, you might have some chicken or some fish, and underneath you've got some vegetables steaming. You can also have recipes where this is actually sitting in there, and you might be making a sauce, like cooking rice, and you've got vegetable and some sort of protein cooking at the top as well. So that is a really, really quick rundown of the TM6. If anyone has a TM31 or a TM5, the bowl is the same size as the TM5 bowl. It's bigger than a TM31 bowl. But it's made out of different, because it's got the high heat function, it is a different bowl to the TM5. So you cannot interchange them. And you can't even put the 6 on the 5. So not that you'd really want to if you've got a 6. Those are the main points. I'm very quickly just going to show you cookie dough. So I'm just going to share my screen. This is what we get access to on the screen of the Thermomix. And I can scroll down and see these are things that are picked for me to try. Latest recipes, Anko chili and black bean stew. These is a new collection we've just had up. So we get collections of recipes, and we have whole books of recipes up here. So I'm just going to go to see more. So there are 2,804 results in Australia. Very quickly, I'm going to change this to collections. So you can see this is a new collection that's literally come out a couple of weeks ago, actually last week, I think it was, a few ingredients. So if I click in here, there's 16 recipes. That's quite a big collection. A lot of them are more like 8 to 10 recipes when you're looking at a collection. But these are ones that only have a few ingredients in them. So we've got TM6 version, a TM5 version. There's some, that's that Anko chili and black bean stew. So there's some, a real mixture of things in there. Anyone wanting to use up their lemons, you need one in that cake. All right. So you can absolutely browse by collections. You can see different things. Everyday Cooking for Thermomix Families and Plant to Plate are both books. This is a vegan book, 120 recipes. And it's got some vegan basics in there, Parmesan, cheeses. You can make yourself some milks, all that sort of stuff, coconut yogurt. All right. Okay, what I'm going to do now is go back to recipes. I'm going to use the filters in here. So with the filters, I tend to go right to the bottom and I add in the United Kingdom and the United States, because all those recipes are in English. I've now got 7,909 results. If I then come back to the collections, we'll have some different ones in there. So we've got, that's the blade cover I was talking about. We've got sous videing, kids stuff, a whole lot of different things. No waste, sustainability. So I'm really excited by that one. weaning your baby. That's the book we saw before. So you can see there's a massive range of different things. These are all books. Low carb, feeding your child, basically. Sweet Nourish, Louise Keats's Margaret Fulton's granddaughter. Alternative milks. There's so many different things in here. It's incredible. All right. So what you can then do too, using these filters, if I go back to recipes rather than collections, with the filters, I might go, okay, I want to find pasta and rice dishes. I've got 351 results. Look at this, how cute's that? Spaghetti nest with lentil balls. Get your kids to eat some healthy food. All right. So I would go through these and I would have a look. So that's the couscous is the rice and pasta thing, because couscous is pasta. Let's go have a look at this one. One Pot Cheeseburger Helper. Now, when I look through here, I can have a look here and say it's prep time of 15 minutes, a total time of 45. It serves 6 people. These are the ingredients. You might be a bit concerned because it says ounces. This is an American recipe, but once you've got this on the screen of your Thermomix, it will automatically change the measurements to imperial from metric. You can have a look down here at the calories, the carbs, the fats, etc. And there's always tips here. You might go, actually, I think my kids would like that one. I'm going to add that to my week. So I'm going to pop it to my week. I'm going to put it in for Thursday. I'm going to save it. And I'm also going to add it to my shopping list because I know I'm going to have to go and get some shopping for that. All right. I might also think, actually, I want to remember that. I'm going to add it to a collection. I'm going to create a collection. I'm just going to call it A for the sake of this and add it in there. So then I'd go back. I'd look through all the other recipes in that category and just check them out and go, oh, yeah, okay. So cheesy tuna and sweet corn pasta salad, that could be really good. Or a lot of these are baby friendly, obviously, but they're great for everybody. These shawarma bowls and things, the bowls are just beautiful. So just have a look at them, add them to collection so that you can go back and find them. And then I would change the filters and look for something else. So instead of your pasta and rice dishes, I would go, oh, let's look at fish. And we got 400 results. The other thing you can do here, though, too, is you can come down here and you can go, I've got things I need to use up in the fridge. Let me pop them in here. Or I've got someone who's gluten-free, so I need to be cooking gluten-free. You can choose, is it easy, medium, or advanced? I don't worry too much about that because you're pretty much pressing the buttons. I don't worry about prep time, but I do worry about total time. So if I want something that's on the table in 45 minutes, that's my results now down to 219 results. I can go, right, I needed to feed 6 people. I'm down to 211 results. Ratings, I never wrote a recipe, so I don't worry too much about that. There we go. So I've now got 211 results that fit my criteria. A fish main dish, total time 45, 6 portions, and it's in those English-speaking countries. Then if I want to go and find the recipe that I actually had before, here we go. There it is. Remember I made that collection? If I go into my week, it's sitting there for the One Pot Cheeseburger. So I'm going to click on here because this is my shopping list. I can show ingredients. I've bought most of these, so I know that. I don't need to buy water. I don't need to buy the flour. I don't need the arrowroot flour. I would need to buy the macaroni pasta. I think I've got all those. But basically, you get rid of what you don't need. You've got an app. You can have it on your phone, or you can go to Woolies online and you can order your ingredients. So it is a really simple system to get you organised in the kitchen and make it really easy. And you can get everybody to help you create your meal plan. Get the kids invested. Get them, okay, well, you can start cooking. I'm not quite ready, but you're getting hungry. You start cooking. All right. So that was a very quick tour of the TM6 and Cookie Dough. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to get in touch. There is an option to do that on my YouTube channel. And my number is 0408 564 466. Anyway, hope that was helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye.